The morning air in Brussels carries that familiar winter calm, a kind that often hides the weight of political moments taking shape behind closed doors. As the doors of the European Commission open, the first images show Ursula von der Leyen stepping into frame alongside Antonio Costa, with Aleksandar Vucic matching their pace. Their walk is measured, almost ceremonial, and it reflects more than a routine diplomatic encounter. Each step is tied to Serbia's long, winding path toward membership in the European Union, one that has stretched across political changes, shifting regional alliances, and an increasingly demanding set of expectations from Brussels. The three leaders advance toward the designated photo area, bathed in the soft lighting of the Commission's foyer. This simple walk, lasting only a few seconds, holds symbolic weight. For Brussels, it is another attempt to pull a key Western Balkan country closer into its orbit at a time when the region has become a testing ground for geopolitical influence. For Belgrade, it is a moment to reaffirm ambitions that have been repeatedly questioned, not just by European leaders, but by Serbia's own internal debates and by the external pressures reshaping the continent. As they stop before the backdrop for the group photograph, the brief choreography reflects the formality of the European project. Ursula von der Leyen positions herself slightly toward the center, Antonio Costa to her side, and Aleksandar Vucic just a half step away. The camera shutters begin to fire. Their expressions remain consistent, professional, neutral, and yet layered with the unspoken expectations that have been building since von der Leyen's last visit to Belgrade in October. That visit included a clear message, almost a warning. Brussels wants to see Serbia become concrete in its intentions, something more defined than past reassurances, more aligned with EU foreign policy, and more transparent in democratic reforms. The moment the shutters click, the room seems to accentuate the diplomatic stakes. Serbia stands at a crossroads, balancing its long-standing ties with Russia, growing economic cooperation with China, and its aspiration to join a union that increasingly demands alignment on security and values. The EU's internal debates have intensified, especially as enlargement once again becomes a central theme across European capitals. For Costa, now presiding over the Council, the question is not just whether Serbia wants to join, but whether Serbia is prepared to take irreversible steps that signal it is part of Europe's strategic future. As the leaders hold their pose for the group photo, Vucic's expression reflects a mixture of composure and calculation. He knows that Brussels is watching Serbia's every move, from its handling of regional tensions in Kosovo to its stance on sanctions against Moscow. Every diplomatic appearance becomes a message, whether intended or not. Today's meeting aims to bridge gaps that have widened in recent years, but also to test Belgrade's willingness to anchor itself more firmly to the European framework. When the moment shifts from the wide shot to the closer frame, the details become more telling. Von der Leyen's familiar diplomatic smile hints at cautious optimism. Costa's posture signals readiness to mediate complex negotiations. Vucic, often accustomed to navigating both Western expectations and domestic political pressures, maintains a confident but observant stance. For Serbia, progress toward the EU is no longer measured in symbolic meetings alone. It now depends heavily on alignment with policies that test the country's strategic identity. The European Union's message has grown sharper. Enlargement is possible, but only with real commitments. The war in Ukraine has reshaped Europe's understanding of geopolitical vulnerability, prompting the bloc to look more closely at the Western Balkans, where instability can quickly echo across the continent. From energy reliance to security cooperation, every issue now intersects with Serbia's ability and willingness to fit into a collective European strategy. As the cameras continue capturing stills, observers note the significance of Costa's presence. His role is essential in coordinating member states' positions, many of which diverge on how quickly enlargement should proceed. For some, Serbia's membership is a strategic necessity, a way to strengthen Europe's southeastern flank at a time of rising global competition. For others, Serbia's democratic trajectory and ambiguous foreign policy raise concerns that need clearer answers before accession talks can deepen. Von der Leyen's earlier call for concrete movement from Belgrade is not merely a rhetorical flourish. it reflects the broader frustration in Brussels, where leaders want more clarity on Serbia's commitments. During her October visit, she emphasized the importance of judicial reforms, media freedoms, and alignment with EU foreign policy. Today, the atmosphere suggests both encouragement and scrutiny. Brussels is signaling openness, but not without expectations. The mid-frame imagery of the three leaders approaching the spotlight reveals the subtle dynamics of power and diplomacy. Von der Leyen leads with the confidence of someone representing an institution that has become increasingly assertive on regional matters. Costa embodies the mediator, balancing northern and southern member state perspectives. Vucic steps forward as a leader navigating one of the most complex political balancing acts in Europe today. The conversation behind closed doors, though not visible, will inevitably revolve around these tensions. Brussels wants Serbia to adopt sanctions against Russia, align its policies with the EU's common foreign and security policy, de-escalate tensions in northern Kosovo, and advance reforms seen as essential for accession negotiations. Belgrade, meanwhile, seeks assurances on investment, energy cooperation, and political recognition of the delicate internal pressures shaping its decisions. As the close-up shot captures the three leaders standing shoulder to shoulder, the importance of symbolism becomes clearer. These images will circulate widely in Serbia, across the EU, and among international watchers who view the Western Balkans as increasingly contested territory. For Vucic, a photograph with the top EU leadership sends a signal of continued European engagement, even as his government maintains strategic ties elsewhere. For EU leaders, the image projects commitment to keeping enlargement alive, a process often criticized as slow, unpredictable, and overly bureaucratic. Throughout the meeting, the undercurrent remains constant. Europe is recalibrating its neighbourhood, and Serbia is a central piece of that puzzle. The EU's approach is now shaped by urgency. With global tensions rising, Brussels wants greater stability, clearer partnerships, and firmer commitments from its neighbours. Serbia's choices in the coming months will play a key role in shaping how quickly or slowly its path toward membership evolves. As the leaders conclude the photo moment and prepare to move inside for more substantive discussions, their collective presence conveys a message that enlargement is not a forgotten agenda. Instead, it is being reframed to reflect the realities of a world in flux. The EU is looking for alignment, reliability, and strategic clarity. Serbia is looking for recognition, development, and a clear pathway forward. The atmosphere inside the meeting rooms is likely focused on bridging gaps through dialogue. Costa may offer reassurances that EU member states are willing to support Serbia's modernization efforts, provided reforms remain consistent and transparent. Von der Leyen might reiterate the same message she gave in Belgrade, that the EU is ready to support Serbia's progress, but actions will speak louder than declarations. Vucic, aware of the expectations but also conscious of domestic political pressures, may emphasize Serbia's willingness to move forward at a pace that maintains internal stability while addressing European demands. As the discussions evolve, the historical backdrop becomes impossible to ignore. Serbia's relationship with the European project has always involved negotiation, resistance, adaptation, and reinvention.